Good morning. Well, it's been a bit frantic the last few minutes because I had completely forgotten I was going live this morning. Such is the chaos of my mind during the school holidays. We've had the most leisurely get up and breakfast that we've had in ages, and it was literally about 2 minutes before I was due to go live that I suddenly remembered. So mad panic. Then I realised that I had set my Facebook Live up through the new service I'm using, BeLive, but I'd set it up as an interview and so wasn't able to go live just me. So hence I'm now going live in a separate post. So yeah, chaos. But anyway, happy Friday, and I'm going to hang around for a couple of minutes before I get properly started, just to see if anyone wants to or is able to join live. If you're watching in the replay, feel free to skip ahead to around minute 2. So I shall hang about before I get properly started. While I do that, I shall introduce myself to anyone who hasn't yet watched any of my Facebook Lives or has only just stumbled recently across my page. So my name is Colette Broomhead, and I work with people who want to quit the 9 to 5 and create a business doing what they love. I feel really passionately about that because it's something that I did myself. I came from a 13-year corporate career working for a FTSE 30 company. I actually loved my job. I loved working where I worked. I made some fantastic friends. I learned a huge amount. I worked with some amazing people. But, and there's always a but, isn't there? I didn't have enough freedom. I had I still do have 2 small boys, and the more I climbed the corporate ladder, the less I saw of my family, the more my freedom seemed to vanish. And I kept chasing those promotions, thinking that would give me what I was searching for. That would give me this kind of freedom that I wanted. But in fact, instead of giving me more, was giving me less. My job became more stressful, became more time consuming, and was taking me further and further away from what I was actually really passionate about. So that, in a nutshell, is why I am now doing what I'm doing. And so I'm taking the experience that I got in that 13-year career, pardon me, and I'm now helping people who are just starting out and who aren't too sure what to do and how to go about starting a business, because it's a complex thing. So there we are in a nutshell. That is me. And today I wanted to come in and chat to you about the obvious reason, if you are just starting out with your own business, why you're not making more sales. Because let's face it, that's something that as startups, as business owners in general, we're always stressing over, obsessing over sales. Why aren't I making more sales? Should I be making more sales? How do I make more sales? And it's not surprising, because ultimately sales is what leads to us earning money. And if we can't earn money with our business isn't going to last very long. And then either we don't get to quit our 9 to 5 at all, or if we have managed to quit it, we have to go back. And no one wants that. Yes. So what is the obvious reason why you're not making more sales? And this is a really obvious reason, but it's a reason that we forget or we ignore because we are so determined to beat ourselves up, to compare ourselves with others, to focus on failures rather than successes. And so even though this reason is glaringly obvious, it's right there in front of your face, and when I say it, you're probably going to go, oh, well, yeah. You're not letting yourself off for this reason. You're not giving yourself a break. And so that's why I wanted to come and chat about it today. So what is the reason? The reason you are not making more sales is because you are just starting out. And that's it. When you are setting up a business, you don't make tons of sales just like that, or if you do, you are an exception to the rule. Building a business takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes patience, and it takes perseverance. And when you look at those kind of business owners who are super successful and who are doing really, really well, There's a reason for that. 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, it's because they have just kept going. They've been doing it a long time, and they have just taken one step after another until they've got closer and closer, and then gradually made more sales. Along the path to those sales, they have had a whole ton of no's. They've had a whole ton of days where they've felt like failures, where they've wondered if they're ever going to make it, where they've looked at other business owners too and compared themselves and found themselves coming up short. That is just the journey. That is the path that you take. And if you are just starting out, you will not be making a whole bunch of sales, because there's a lot of stuff that you need to get in place before that happens. And those are the things that I kind of focus on with people, is building those kind of strong foundations, building visibility, building an audience, building a community. All of those things take time. And those are the things that are necessary in the online space, at least, to start to make a decent number of sales. So if you watch my Facebook Live last week, I was chatting about the key kind of things to prioritize when you are just starting out. And those things, hi to whoever's on live, lovely to see someone watching. Hold on a second, my little boy has just walked in. Sorry about that. Joy of going live in the middle of some holidays. So I completely lost my train of thought there. So last week I was chatting about the key things to prioritize when you are just starting out, and those key things are what form the kind of strong foundations of your online business. So just to whiz through them again in case you didn't watch that, but if you didn't, do go and watch the whole thing, because I go into much more detail and expand on why those things are priorities and how you can go about getting started with them. So let's see if I can remember them all now. There were 5. The first one was getting really clear on your business purpose. So there's no good rushing into a business, and the key word there is rushing, and that's what this whole thing is about. It's this kind of like, you feel like you have to rush. Why aren't I making sales yet? I should be making more sales by now. And so you rush to get to that point, rather than and this was something I actually talked about in another Facebook Live yesterday, enjoying the journey, and taking your time and putting care into what you're doing, because what you're building is something of value and something that you want to last a long time, and you don't get that by rushing. You don't get that by skipping steps, and I should know, because I keep trying to do that myself. So the message that I'm talking about is very close to my own heart, because this is something I struggle with myself. So those 5 steps were your business purpose, so understanding who your business is for, what problem you're there to solve, and what results that's going to bring about for people, and getting really clear on those core things, because without a really clear understanding of those things, everything else that you're doing in your business is going to lose clarity. Your message is going to be a bit fuzzier, and you need to understand up front, before you start, what is your purpose, what is it you're trying to do. So that was one of the first kind of key foundations that you need to get in place. The second was your minimum viable product. So what it is you're selling. You are a business, so you need to be selling something, whether that be a product or a service. Get really clear on that. How is that going to be packaged? How is it going to look? What price point will you have? And all of those details which you need to get clear on right from the start, because those things are going to be what directs your messaging, directs your branding, and everything that you do in terms of attracting customers and making sales. The third thing was a website. Pardon me, sorry. And this is all about having an online base, having an online home, a platform from where you can promote yourself, you can start to increase your visibility, you can start to build an audience and build a community. So having a website makes it really so much easier to do that. Yes, things like social media will definitely help in that. But your website is yours. You can create it to really kind of speak to your brand, to really speak to your ideal clients. So that's the third foundation. The fourth foundation was an email list. So this is where you start to deepen that relationship. You start to, you're building your audience by attracting people to your website, by attracting people with your messaging, with what it is you're there to do, and so on. And once you've got people's interest, you can then get them onto your email list, where you can then start to build that relationship, build trust, build credibility, and ultimately make sales. A whole lot of sales are made via email. Your email list will be one of your most valuable assets for your business. So do not underestimate it. Start working on it as soon as you start your business. Anyone who hasn't done that has generally regretted it. So get your email list going. It may feel, like at the moment it's so small, it's hardly worth it. Anyone who has signed up for your email list has raised their hand because they are interested and they want more of you. So make sure you deliver to those people. It doesn't matter how small that group of people is. Deliver to them, and the word will spread, and your list will grow, your audience will grow, and your sales will grow. And then the final foundation that I chatted about in the live last week was social media. And so again, this is a great tool for community building and for getting your message out there, using Facebook especially, which has such a massive user base. There is almost no chance that your ideal clients are not on Facebook. So make sure that you are there too, and you are building a platform there, you're building an audience there. So those are the kind of key foundations to focus on when you're just getting started. And without those foundations, if you are not focusing on those, if you're not putting time into those things, then you're not going to be able to make sales as easily. So stop being so hard on yourself. These things take time. Enjoy the successes you do have. If you make one sale, fantastic, celebrate that, enjoy it. Next time, maybe it'll be two. And soon, before you know it really, you will look back and those sales will be coming and you'll realize how much progress you've made. But it does take time if you're just getting started. So don't compare yourself. Don't sit there and look at other businesses who are way more established and think, why are they making more sales than I am? It's because they've been doing it longer. It's because they've had time to get those foundations in place, to build their visibility, to grow their audience. So when they send an email out with their latest offer, they have more people listening than you do, because you're just getting started. So it's a numbers game. If you don't have the numbers yet, that's why you're not making more sales. And if you can keep remembering that, because it's so easy to take it personally and to think it's because I'm a failure, it's because I don't know, I clearly can't do this properly, maybe I'm not cut out for this, and all of that stuff. It's not. This is to do. Business is a numbers game. And if you don't have the numbers yet, in terms of audience, then you're not going to have the numbers in terms of sales. And it's as simple as that. So give yourself time, build that audience, and the sales will follow. So that is my message for today. I hope it helps someone out there. If it helps you, do let me know. Leave me a comment, say hi, and I shall speak to you again soon. Have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.